Hello internet. Today I'm going to go through writing a Python script which goes through your emails, finds the ones from YouTube and downloads those videos. So to the right of the screen now I have a Thunderbird client which has a folder which has my YouTube video emails in now. So anytime someone uploads a video, I'll get a notification and it will say so-and-so has uploaded a video, and inside that email will be an email like this you see at the bottom right of the screen now. So it's got the image, and if we look at the source of this email, we can find the video ID. All YouTube videos basically have a unique identifier, and we're going to find that using regular expressions. So it's present in this part of the file here, and I can find it every time with regular expressions. So that's how we're going to download the video. Also here, note that there is an email that says comment. We want to make sure we ignore those videos. Using Thunderbird here, I have a folder that has YouTube, and basically what happens every time YouTube emails me, those emails go directly into a folder called YouTube. If you don't have that set up, then you can simply search your inbox for those emails from YouTube. So we'll go through that as I do this. So the very first thing to do is go to terminal, and we need to go to a directory where we're going to put up the project. So mine just happens to be on the desktop, and it happens to be in one called YouTube. So now we're there. Let's look at the files I've got. So the files I have are 3 files, although you will only need 2 of them. We have one called getvideo.py, gmaillogin.py, and yt_email.py. The one you won't need is called gmail.login, and that's because I'm encapsulating my email so that I can actually do this as a live example and show you the script working at the end of the video. I will show you where you will need to put in something different when we do the script. So what I am going to do here is we first need to install some modules. So if you're just using the standard Mac terminal, type in sudo, which gives you administrative privileges to the command you're about to type in pip install, then email, enter your password. I think it's going to say it's already installed. Yes, it is. Then we also need to do the same for HTML parser, and also for PyTube, which is how we're going to download the actual videos. So they're already satisfied for me, but they might not be for you. So moving into Atom, we have 2 files that we're going to be using, as I've mentioned, getvideo.py and ytemail_py. The first thing to do here in yt_email.py is we're going to import some modules. So I'm at lib, import email, import regular expressions, and import that HTML parser. Then I'm going to import my Gmail login file. You don't need to do this. I'm going to create a constant, call it email. You can just type in your email address here. So me at iCloud.com. You can do you'll do the same for your password as well, but I'll show you what I'm doing here is just typing in Gmail login, and I'm going to get my email from that file. Same thing for the password. I'm going to do Gmail login.get password. You literally just need to type in your password there. I'm just encapsulating the data. Then we're going to create a variable, call it SMTP server. If your email is Gmail, then you need to type in this. If else, you need to Google whatever your server is and find the IMAP, the SMTP server, and type that in there. For me, next thing is the port, and I'm going to be using 993. We're then going to create a list, and we're going to call it links. Just initialize it as empty at the moment because we're going to fill it. I'm now going to create a method called get video links. We're going to start with a try, accept, block. Not going to do any major error handling here. Main reason being is because I'm just going to bodge this. It's going to work. We don't need to mess around too much with that to keep things simple. Create a variable called mail. I'm then going to call that IMAP_lib module, and we're going to call a method IMAP4_SSL, and we're going to pass into that the SMTP server. That's going to connect us to our mail server. Then we're going to need to log in, and for that we're going to, as you may guess, pass our email and password as arguments. Then we're going to select the inbox we're going to, or the folder where we're going to get the emails from. Now for most of you it would just be inbox. For me it's inbox/YouTube. If you have a similar setup like I have where you've got certain emails going to certain folders, then you can search those folders. Next we create two variables and we run the mail.search method, say none, and then we're going to say all. However, this bit here where it says all, you could put in unseen. So if you want to get all the emails that are not read, unread emails, you type in unseen there. I'm going to get all of them because they're all in a folder, so anything that I've already done I can either delete or what have you. But you could do it all unseen. There's also other arguments you can pass to this mail search. I would recommend checking out the documentation for that, and it will give you some ideas of the things you can do. So you can say things like since and then put a date in, and it will get all the emails from whatever date you have specified. Okay, so what this is going to return, this mail.search, is going to return the state of the search. Make sure it's fine, it's okay. Then we're going to get that data variable is going to be returned. It's going to be a string basically, but it's going to be a string. It's actually going to be a list, but with one item in the list, and the item in the list is going to be basically like this. It's going to be a list of a string of IDs of each of the emails. So it's going to return like this. So it's not actually a list of each of these numbers. It's a string of all these numbers. So what we need to then do is we need to turn that string into a list of those IDs so we can iterate through it. And the way we do that is we first get the first part of the array, and we say data 0, because like I say, it's a list that it's returning, but it's only one item in there, so we're going to do that. We could also just add split at the end to create this, but I'm going to do it this way. ID list is equal to mail IDs dot split. Okay, so that's now going to create us that list, which we now iterate through. So we're going to say for ID in ID list, and then we're going to say state data mail dot fetch. And we're going to fetch the email with the ID that we're passing in, and we're going to use a particular protocol which you don't need to know too much about here, and that's for emails. Okay, then what we're going to do is we're going to say for response. So we're going to get the response part of the thing, so I'm just going to call it response part in the data. We're going to say then we need to check. This could basically return an empty tuple. If it does that, we want it to just basically say stop. So we say response part, and then check if it's a tuple. That's all good. Then we're going to move on to the next bit. Say message email email.message from string. Sorry, email.message from string. Response part, and then we want that part of the response. We then also want to get a string from that message, so we run this. Then, as mentioned in the email, we have one of the emails that has it's not actually a video uploaded, it's a comment on a video. So we want to filter those out, and the way we do that is we just simply say, well, if the word uploaded is in the subject, then we are going to carry on and get the link of the video. But of course, it would help if I'd actually created a subject variable, and the way we do that is go message and we say subject. It's pretty simple. Okay. Also, if it's not in there, if the word uploaded isn't in there, we just want to go through to the next iteration of the for loop. Now we're going to get the video ID. So vid ID is equal to research, so regular expression. If you remember that thing I showed earlier, this bit, this here, the video ID is here, this bit next to the pink highlighted bit. We need to get that. So the best way I've found of doing it is to basically say, let's find this bit, which is always present before the video ID. We'll get everything in between this vi / bit, and then everything in between that and the next /. So that's how we're going to do that. So in terms of regular expressions, what we do here is we say vi / then we want to go get everything, so open parentheses, dot, and then the asterisk, and then just say, you know, for that last /. We also want to make sure we pass in what we're searching here, and that's the message string. Then we want to say if vidID. So if it actually, that search yields a video ID link, then we want to say links.append. So we're going to add what we find to the list. And what I want to do here is I want to say vidID, and we're going to get the YouTube part of the link, which is here. If you look at any YouTube video, it has this URL. It has /watch ?v equals, and then equals is followed by the video ID. Sometimes there will be way more after the video ID, but that will usually be things like it's come from this source. So in fact, if we were to get the email link itself, or if we click the image from the email, it would bring up a different it would bring up the full URL, but then it would have stuff appended to the after this video ID. But this is all we need. So we need this plus video ID, and we add that to our list. And then what do we want to do next? Well, the last thing to do in this file, at least, is just to return those links. So return that list we had. So return the list. Next, we can move over to getVideo.py. What do we want to do here? Well, we want to import that PyTube module we started with and import the file we just created. Then create a little variable, called it links, go yt email, and then what do we want to get? We want to get those video links, like so. Then we're going to iterate through them, and we're going to say print link. So we want to just check the links there, actually it's correct. pytube.youtube, get the link. Okay, then we want to go call the streams on that, and then say first, which is going to get the first stream it comes across. What if we just said streams? It would return a list of the possible streams of the video, but that's not what we need it to do. So we're just going to say get the first stream, and the first stream will be the highest quality video it can get hold of. I'm going to say download, and we want to download it to the current directory. I also mentioned that we would download the audio if we wanted to, so we can say PyTube YouTube link and then streams, but instead of going to first, we're going to go to filter only _ audio is equal to true, and you have to make sure the capitalization is like that and not like that, otherwise it won't work. Then say first and say download. The reason you say first there, again, that's just going to download the first stream it comes across, that's audio, and that will be the MP4 audio stream. If you wanted to check which stream you wanted to download, you could simply say this. You could print out the streams with the audio bit attached at the end, and select the one you want. It will give you the formats you're looking for. but that's what I want to do now. So if I wanted to, let's say, get the audio only one, so certain creators like Philosophy Overdose, I just want to get the audio from. So all I would have to do there is in this YT email file is I'd have to create another thing, say audio, links, and then after this regular expression has been complete, I would just say if Philosophy Overdose is in the subject, then we want to add it to audio links, not to links. Although if you have, let's say, like 30 different creators you want to get audio from, and then 30 you want to get videos from, it would best to have something like a JSON file where you can just iterate through it to check what creators you're getting audio from, what creators you get videos from. But I'm rambling now. This should work, so let's check this. So go to the terminal, and we're in the right folder. We're going to say Python get video.py, and I have got an error. There's an unexpected indent in the YT email file, which is right there because I put the return link in the wrong place. If we do this again, return links, and if you just type in 2 exclamation points in terminal, it'll run the previous command, saves me a lot of time. Press enter, and it's now working. No, it's not. String object has no attribute split. More typos. Okay, and I just noticed where one of the problems was in my code, and that was here. We need to say .group, and we need to say 1. And if we now run in terminal, we should find that we get all the videos that are in that folder. So if we run the first one, here we go. It's printed out the link correctly, so we know that should be working. If we go to the folder, there we are. It's downloaded. What I'll do now is just wait for the second one to download, and we know it's definitely working. Okay, so there we are. It's gone for the second one, and there's the second one. So thank you very much for watching.